You can actually change it temporarily to your name, if that helps.
That'd be fun. Renee,
Okay,
how about
so this subject.
This is Michelle. I just want to let you know I'm going to be multitasking. I'm a multitasking mama during 12 to 1. So
Hi, Michelle.
hi.
As long as you remember to mute when we
Yes,
start.
I'm going to put myself on mute right now and go feed the child.
So I saw a question from Yvonne. This is about how to use LinkedIn and website to connect and get more connections and customers and sales and opportunities. Okay, but it's not about using metrics or marketing technology. It's about the whole deal. Yeah, you will hear a lot from me. Okay, any more questions?
Well, I think we can get started now.
Yes.
So welcome everyone. Welcome to today's session on how to connect online to get more client sales and opportunities. We thank all of you for joining us today. How Women Lead is a network of 13,000 senior leaders, primarily in the Bay Area, but across the world now. So before we begin, we like to start off all of our events with our credo. We ask that you be fierce advocates for each other, that you say yes to helping and connecting each other, that you reinforce her voice when she speaks up and isn't heard, and that you get out there and be unabashedly visible. We believe that using this credo helps us change the culture and the way we all are with each other. So we can get a thumbs up. Awesome. So, well, thank you so much for joining today. We're really excited for this interactive discussion with Joanne. Thank you for everyone who submitted questions ahead of time so that we can help customize and make the most out of this hour for you. If you can make sure to keep yourself on mute until you want to speak up and ask a question, that would be great. I'm going to turn it over to brand expert Joanne Tan, who will get us started with today's discussion. Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you. Thank you. You see my screen?
Yes.
Everyone? Yeah, it's kind of messy. So I categorized the questions I received, okay? 99% of people answered yes, that your business has been impacted by COVID. So let's just dive into this. What are the challenges you're facing in networking for business online? Connecting in a meaningful way, ensuring value with connections, compelling messages to drive urgency and interest in connection, keeping people engaged, balancing personal icebreaker with business points, hard to reach people, read body language, create brand awareness. So these answers are all in the category of decode and create. I will address, there are 3 elements: decode, create, and amplify. I will address them later. So when I talk about decode and create, think about the answers to your question. And second is the challenges you're facing in getting business online, prospecting, sales, okay? So getting to know each other, sales, lead gen, prospecting, lead gen, yes, okay? Finding the right clients, meaningful connection with external stakeholders. So this is about both decode and amplify, okay? So the third element. And then the third question is, what are you specifically interested in learning about building a brand, a strong brand? Start out in the digital crowd, stand above the crowd, okay? Starting online business that adds value, create a strong brand presence on my LinkedIn page, and having a plan, having a business game plan, and combining prior experience with a new endeavor, in a new calling, in a new career move, and leverage LinkedIn and the best practice and exposing brand outside our personal networks. Have a fabulous products, but low sales, low Instagram followers. So we will address those questions later in the Q&A session as well. So let me click the present. Here we go. So, oh, sorry, this is a wrong slide. This is, sorry. How do I get out of it? This is my last Friday slide. How women lead. Yeah, sorry. I use this from the, so ignore the Taiwan Taipei. I did that for a live streaming audience, a global audience last Friday. This is for us, okay? Because based on that presentation, this is what I created. So first, a little bit about myself. I really hate to toot my own horn, but everything in my past, all my education experience, nothing is wasted, okay? Let me put this right down here. Okay, I have a big screen right above my laptop. So when I'm looking up, I'm really not stargazing. It's so much bigger for me to see. My apology. Okay, so I have a law degree. That's the analytical skill, okay? The distilling from a mountain of information to its gist, to the essence. Business coaching, I do one-to-one coaching with business owners, CEOs, and startup funders. The startups that are funded and in branding, in decoding their DNA, okay? I was a professional newspaper designer and editor for 2 years, and that designing and editing skill is vital for what I do. And I'm also an award-winning professional photographer, and I paint and write poems, and that right side of the brain skills are every bit useful for creating the brand persona, the look and feel. And also I had a liberal arts education East Coast at Brandeis University, understanding of humanity, and I'm an avid opera lover. I just season holder tickets for 25 years until this year. Okay, so next, okay, this is, okay, what did I do with this? Okay, my awesome teams. Next to me is my client who turned to be my management consultant. Okay, lots of great ideas with Harvard and MIT pedigree. And I have a top 1% in the country visual branding experts. Okay, and I have a team of writer, editor, and so we are together, you know, working on content creation, and PPC experts with their proprietary software, video crew members, cameramen, editors, graphic designers, website designers, developers, you just name it. And millennials to baby boomers, really enjoy them. And we deliver the whole 10 yards, not 9, but 10 yards of branding for our clients, from the inception, from decoding to finishing the verbal and the visual presentation, verbal and visual look and feel on website, on social media, and then feed the brand with more content. Original, ghost-written content, as well as curated, AI technology-enabled digital marketing content. Okay, so here, myth number 1. My clients come from referrals and word of mouth only. So I don't rely on LinkedIn or website. Okay, well, there's a 40% increase of digital transactions. People go online to vet you, they transact, negotiate, they just do everything online since COVID. And that is not going to decrease, but increase. The first impression is online. They check you out on LinkedIn and on website. And hopefully it's not the last. So here's my own personal story, okay? I just happen to be ranked as top 1% in my industry. I'll show you how that works on LinkedIn later using the navigator. So I never met a Washington Post journalist they found me from LinkedIn. And there was a news story that they need to be finished before the cutoff of 5 p.m. about Facebook's rebranding. So I got a message from LinkedIn, and so Washington Post said, could you weigh in as a brand expert about this new rebranding of Facebook? Well, too bad, I got it like 6 hours later. I don't read all my LinkedIn messages, right away. So I missed their deadline, but I wrote a very good article about this, okay? How did they find me? If I don't have an optimized LinkedIn profile, that's not possible. Okay, so this painting, I posted some descriptions of it and keywords on my photography and art website. Never expected anybody would be interested in buying it. And lo and behold, right before Christmas, someone found it online on my website. He said, can I please buy this? I said, sure. This is where I proposed to my wife. That's the Berkeley Hill next to Lawrence Hall of Science, overlooking San Francisco Bay. So thank God we have the technology. But if I didn't do the right thing on my website, this would never have happened, okay? And there are times when I have breakfast once with kind of word of mouth referral. And the first thing he told me, he said, Joanne, your website is down. That was down only for 24 hours. But when it was up, nobody bothered to tell me. But when it's down, well, I heard from this prospect. So obviously people are checking in and vetting you before they want to sit down with you, okay? Myth number 2, I don't want my LinkedIn profile to be too wordy, and my style is succinct and brief, and that's my style. Well, you want to feed your prospect with a bag of peanuts on the airplane, or a buffet. Being wordy is not necessarily mean it is insubstantial. There are ways to present the information strategically and structure the presentation in a way that is easy for your target audience, so they can choose and pick what to read and what not to read. And the search engine. There are clever ways of telling the story using the keywords, the alternative keywords, to feed the search engine, okay? So that is another myth. So brand thrive, businesses just survive. Your LinkedIn profile and website is your brand, okay? And the difference is 99% versus 1%. 99% of LinkedIn profile on the website, you look at them, it's all about what we do, maybe how we do it, and what credentials we have. Then you're just a seller. You're hoping you get a buyer who will buy your product and services. That's old fashioned. Now, there are too many people who want to sell it to you. You don't want to join that rank. You want to graduate to be an influencer and turn your presence online into a personal or business brand. And with long-term strategies, you create followers, and they follow you, they buy from you because they believe in your brand. So you create a loyal brand club, okay? So ROI is 40% increase in business volume, industry specific. Okay, not all, it's not measurable for all, but I have clients who have increased their business 40%. And when you are ready to exit, sell your company years from now, at least 2.5 times higher value if you have brand equity. You're selling a brand name rather than just a book of business. So think of Microsoft and Apple. Apple is a fan club. Apple create followers. Apple is a brand, and they charge a whole lot more than Windows. Windows, Microsoft, their products is forever just a machine. But Apple products are like a personal pet, like an attachment, because Steve Jobs prioritize design over engineering from the inception. Okay, he built it a brand rather than just a product. Okay, so let's look at this website. Anybody, if you can tell me what they do, please speak up. By looking at this website, if you can figure out, oh, this, I know what they do. Anybody? I don't blame you. I show this to there's not a single person who could figure out what the heck they're talking about. All right, they know what they're talking about. Oh, of course, how can you not get it? Well, that's about it. Nobody else gets it. What's the point? All right, let's see, after months of working with the owner and this is a nonprofit organization, okay, by the way. So this is what we did. Homepage, empowering care with technology. We support safety net providers. That's Medicare, Medicaid, riding the digital wave. And then brand DNA script turned into a video. And Google search engine will give the video 63 times more SEO power than words alone. But we give our audience both the verbal version and the video version, because not everybody wants to be a trapped audience for a video. And then whom do we serve? Boom, boom, boom. Small practice clinicians, healthcare, whatever, public hospital. What have we done? We have done, the bottom is electronic health records. We're doing now information exchange for next payment reform. Great. And then go to details, exactly all the keywords, explaining what are the 3 areas. What's our unique value proposition? 5, we're unique in 5 areas. Boom, 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 5. And then immediately what events we're sponsoring and the blogs. So after this website is done, they had a big conference last year and they made about $200,000 from that. This is a nonprofit organization. From that conference alone, that pays everything they invested in branding. All right, and at the end of every page on their website is this branded element, visual branding element, empowering care with technology. Just keep so-called brainwashing, just keep striking at the same point. We support safety net provider right in a digital way, okay? So we transformed words into stories, data into emotions, concepts into trust. How do we do it? Decode, create, amplify. All right. Remember at the beginning, I assigned your questions into 3 categories. You want a skyscraper or leaning tower pizza? This is all decoding DNA. That's the foundation of the foundation. All right. If you don't have a solid foundation, if you don't have that DNA, you can only build 7 stories and you can't go back to fix that foundation. It is what it is, okay? But if you do it the right way, you can build as many floors as you can, standing tall and straight, and that's the different layers on top of it. Create. Then you create 3 S's. What are the 3 S's? Structure, strategy, stories. So after DNA, it's like if a brand is a human body, it's like bone and flesh. Structure is the bone. The flesh is the stories and the strategies. Okay, you hang the meat on the bone, and then what? You create the facial features that's uniquely yours. Okay, the color, the font, the logo that goes with, that amplifies your business name and tagline if you have a tagline. And then you amplify with social media marketing. I'll show you later. Okay. When you amplify social media marketing, it's like feeding that brand with organic food and high quality processed food. Organic food is your original blog. If you don't have time to write it or you don't know how to write it, hire ghostwriters. Okay. Hire my team. They're really good. And then that's 20%. 80% is high quality repurposed content. And I'll show you that later. So we reviewed the questions already, so let's keep going. Decode, first is decode. Who, whom, what. First is who, is you, okay? It's more than what I do. It's more than all about you. Like 99% of them, 95 is underestimated because truly vast majority of LinkedIn website is all about me, okay? It's about them. Who are them? 3 circles. Where the 3 circles overlap is brand. Can you think of what are these 3 circles? First is me, your DNA. Why do I do what I do? What does my brand stand for? That's your unalienable birthright, because we are all created with some purpose, with some kind of a innate passion, with your own way of viewing the world, with your own voice of expression. So you got to figure out, what is my calling? Why am I doing this? And then you come up with vision and plans and strategies, okay? The second circle is your target audience. You have to understand them as if you're married to them 40 years. All their dreams and pain points and quirks and you name it, okay? And their problems are perfect for your solutions and vice versa. And then the third circle is competitors, your peers, because your brand is relative to their brands too. And we have a unique proprietary 40-question questionnaire to start this DNA decoding process. Okay, it's a once in a lifetime, but very thorough and comprehensive strategy. So why do you need to decode me? Because instead of selling product and services, you want people to be inspired. You're selling a brand, okay? The brand is more than just a tangible product. And inspire, empower, evoke, not just describe. And that's hard, okay? Most people are nose on the grindstone, just dealing with getting the next, chasing the next prospect or getting the next target met. But it's much better if you become a stargazer first. You're going to gaze at your North Star, your own North Star, and follow that vision and the mission, and then achieve your goals. So you need to get grounded first. Then you can serve others. That's an investment of time and energy and money that is prerequisite to long-term success. And most of the LinkedIn profile, most of the LinkedIn profiles and websites are about what I have done, what did I do in the past, what I'm doing now. But it's not just about what you're doing now. Wow, that's going so fast. Let me just hurry up, okay. It's about your future, and you got to declare your future. If you don't have a plan for the future, at least you can share with you, my vision for my business is that we're going to reach whatever milestone, next. It's just like, fighting the Revolutionary War. You got to make a Declaration of Independence first, because whatever you're doing now must be related to your future vision, yours, okay? I was going to share with you some samples. So discussion, what does my brand stand for? Why do I do what I do? In one sentence, can you describe why do I do what I do? If you can come up with an answer, what does my brand stand for? Right now, that'll be great. Maybe we can, let's have this discussion right now. Nicole? You want to unmute everybody?
Yes, feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the chat. In one sentence, why do you do what you do?
Now, I
can go.
Thanks, Tanya.
I'm in the process of contemplating pivoting into doing something new, and have recently enrolled in some functional medicine type courses, because I really want to empower people to own their own health and wellness in a way that is attainable, not just for them, but also for their families and their children.
Okay. That's great. Own your own health for you and your loved ones. Okay. And that brand stands for
Tanya?
what?
That brand to me stands for just living fully, like living abundantly, having abundant wellness.
Empowering your life quality with managing your wellness. Okay. Anybody else?
I can share.
Susan. Oh,
Okay.
somebody. Susan.
Sure. I advocate for women to clarify their core values so that they can step into their life on purpose and into their power and have the impact on the world that they'd like to have.
Purpose, power, impact. And why do you do what you do?
Like a lot of people, I've transitioned out of a career into this one. And like other people who are in the helping or services, if you will, I've gone down the path that I'd like to prevent women from continuing down the path, and know firsthand how important that is to listen to that inner voice, because you will step into each day, each week, knowing what you want to do, what you need to do, and what's good for you. And that you need to do that before you can be of help to anybody else. You need to put the oxygen mask on yourself first.
Yes, I do what I do because I want to empower other women to listen to their inner voice and avoid the lessons of my own journey. Okay, anybody else?
I'll go,
Yeah.
Cara. I am pivoting careers as well after 20 years in consulting to financial management, personal financial management, to help women and people of color take control of their finances and lead better lives.
Okay, and why do you do? What makes you want to switch to financial wealth management?
Because those are groups of people that I think have not been spoken to and don't have the confidence sometimes to take control of their finances, and therefore a few key decisions make a big difference in their ability to, or our ability to have comfortable lives even after we've worked an entire career.
So you enable the financially underserved
Mm-hmm.
to have better life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that brand stands for, you can think about it. Anybody else?
I'll go. Actually, Summer's on the call too. Summer and I have a business we started where we sell a CBD brand, and it really is to reduce stress and anxiety for women so that they can live better lives.
Okay, so what motivates you to do that?
Well, we both have used CBD in the past, and it has such a bad reputation as a product, and so we wanted to make it really clean, healthy, organic for women, and really beautifully packaged so that people will feel comfortable using the power of this plant-based product.
So consider recategorizing that as your friend, like a women's friend in reducing stress and anxiety. It's like, and no side effect, or if, you know, that's true. But we can talk about that later. All right, one more.
I put mine in the chat. For me, my work is about aligning people's greatest strengths and their unique brilliance with the work that they do in the world. And I do that because that's what I do. I mean, I'm an executive coach because that leverages all of my greatest strengths to meet the needs of the leaders that I serve.
Okay. I have branded several coaches, business coaches, life coaches. Okay. Everybody does it in their own way, and that's good. Okay. So you got to find out what is your personal motivator, not very abstract and specific, because what you described right now can be applied to any kind of coaches. So what is the personal reason that drives me to do this? And there is one. I can absolutely guarantee you that. Okay, now let's move on. Second, decode target audience. First is decode yourself, which is the hardest part. Second, your target audience, whom you serve is who feeds you. You got to define in a focused manner, because you cannot, as of now, serve the whole world. You start from something small. Like when Steve Jobs went to Apple, it was near bankruptcy. So he started with just one simple product, iPod. After that was successful, he went to iPhone. Okay, so at our stage, I don't think every one of us is like Oprah. So just start very focused, extremely well-defined, small first. What are their pain points, their needs, desires, dreams? Why do they deserve your service and products? This is like, I'm not here to serve everybody, but once I identified very clearly the target audience, you know, these are the people who you enjoy serving. When you work with them, it's a joy because it's a good fit. You know, I have experience working with bad clients. Fortunately, not many. That means it's not because they are bad, because it's a bad fit. Okay, so next, decode target audience. Your stories are for whose ears, all right? If they like country music on the guitar and you're singing Peking opera, it's not gonna work. So you gotta know what are your solutions for their pain points, very specific, okay? And your relevant expertise and skills and passion, and all the past experience, why they're relevant to their pain points. What are your value adds? You can tell them, okay? And their sensitivity and vulnerability, because you don't want to be too preachy or too condescending. You need to be their friends. You need to earn their trust and never be all things to all men. You cannot be, okay? So differentiators, your competitors and peers. In your industry, in your ecosystem, in your focus areas, what are my unique value propositions relative to their ways of doing things? And then you will figure out, this is my fingerprints, this is my modus operandi, this is my unique value proposition relative to theirs. Okay, that needs to be studied, researched thoroughly. And then you can create comprehensive brand strategies for holistic online presence. You view the complete online presence as a war with different battlefields, different platforms. Your website is a different battlefield. Your LinkedIn is another battlefield. Instagram is a different field, applicable and appealing to certain demographics. And then you deploy soldiers. You cannot deploy the same soldier fighting at the different battlefields at the same time. You have different strategies. So 3 S's: strategies, structure, and then the stories. Create content. Content is king. Engagement is the queen. Now, so content, you have to make it easy for the brains and eyes, not flooding them with whatever you think you know and get them lost. Make it interactive. And original content is always the best and ranked highest by Google search engine, but also people respect you as an authority because you can write your own content, okay? Or have it ghostwritten. Best content is video based on quality script. 660 rule. Use the language of 6-year-old for the value of 60 years old. Instead of saying, oh, I have this kind of a certified and that kind of a recognized degrees and whatever. Yeah, that's important. But people want to know how much you care They don't care how much you know. So you need to how to relate to them by humanize, recognize the humanity, their feelings, their symptoms, their illness, and then say, I understand why you need my help. To build trust first and competence later. And trust, I'll show you later, reside in the mid-limbic brain. Trust does not come with numbers, statistics, or even language. It's an emotional feeling. People decide with the limbic brain first, and then they substantiate it with a prefrontal lobe, the cerebral cortex, the most recently developed upper brain. That's where language, numbers, statistics reside. All right, after that, you create the nose, eyes, nose, and mouth. That's your identity. So this is the before and after, okay? Before it was, as you can tell how personal that is, how clear that is, all that abstract verbs and nouns, it's not appealing. So translate that into 6-year-old language. He believes you need to balance 6. What are the 6? Instead of saying clarity, optimize environment, whatever. Money, health, relationship. Time, self-improvement, higher power. He believes if you have a better life, you have better business. Well, I don't agree with that, but it's his brain. It's his brand, okay? And then we create the new logo, 6 colors. Life and business, like yin and yang for each other. Okay, that's called branded. Okay, now we don't have time to discuss about this. This will take a long time. Let's save it for later. Okay, let me finish my slides first. Amplify. Amplify is drip irrigation. Don't expect instant gratification. You need regularity, you need consistency, you need engagement. Just like feeding this brand with food, you got to regularly, consistently feed it with quality food. So curated content, and I have, if I have time, I'll show you how the AI software works for me, okay? Substance over methods, customers above metrics. Organic food and repurpose food, balanced diet to feed these social media, or depending on your industry, maybe other platforms, and Google search engine. Any magic bullet? No. Well, why did I name this how to? Because that's what people are looking for. And I'm sorry, I'm telling you, there is no shortcut. You have to do the foundation. Make sure it's firmly established on your DNA. And then zoom in on your target audience and differentiate your brand from your peers. Craft stories that are impactful, succinct, authentic, and moving to the heart and soul, not just to the mind. We know you're smart. That doesn't cut the mustard, okay? You got to make sure there is personal human connection to build trust first and then show you are competent. Put it all together. The science and the art of building trust, plus the science of strategies and convincing your competence. And then the third element is vision. If you don't have a vision for your business, you don't have a North Star, you cannot go far. So the hardest part is the beginning, decoding DNA. I put all the law, business, journalist, artist, all the experiences in there, okay? And the second hardest part is the brand look and feel. After everything is done, you create that brand look and feel, which is kind of mysteriously your visual element. Everyone is in the forest. I'm not an exception to this. Even though I brand others, I'm often in my own forest. So we need trained eyes and brains to help you, or that's why I keep a management consultant to help see my blind spots, to give me a vision. Outside the forest is like this, okay? Even the branding actually needs others' help. So look at this. Older, verbose and complicated, and then On the right, simplified. Growth and branding instead of brand strategies, messaging, videos, websites, PR. Well, who helped me? A 33 years old. 33-year-old, he helped me distilling this. By accident, by the way, okay? And I was like amazed how much better that is. Growth and branding, that's it. And see, this was what I think is so clear, so, I don't say ingenious, but look at this. I built this tower. But when I showed this, after I consulted with my management consultant, everybody thinks this is much easier, much easier for the eyes and brains. But for myself, I think this is easier. That's because I cannot be my own mirror, spotlight, and a coach. I cannot be my own coach, okay? So we need others to be your mirror, your spotlight, and investigator, your storyteller, your director, your coach.
Excuse me, are you sharing your screen right now? I can't see it.
You cannot see it?
Uh-uh.
Are you the only one?
I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see it.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I can see it too.
Sorry, girls, must be because I'm on my phone. Sorry about that. Continue.
Okay, so LinkedIn profile, this is before Susan. Thank you so much for allowing me to show this, okay? And she's very experienced and passionate and intelligent, okay? Just like all the other business coaches I help brand. And this is before, personal leadership coach for women, good. Same description for both summary and experience. Yeah, good. I coach them to unlock and overshadowed by expectations, sidelined by their challenges. Clients include founders, professionals, other accomplished women. That's it. So transformation, okay? Now this is the headline. Certified leadership and personal coach for motivated women, 30 to 50 years old, seeking changes in career and life. I use collaborative coaching to deliver purpose, power, and impact with 25 plus years of corporate experience. And then I don't want to read the whole thing because we don't have time. She zoomed in on her target audience, age group, and then enumerated their feelings, their problems. They're accomplished, but they're juggling constantly with too many demands. And they think serving others and not serving themselves is the right way. Otherwise, they're called being selfish. So her approach is holistic, person-focused rather than problem-centric. And her belief and her style of coaching. And then her backup experience. And lastly, I'm certified. And what you get? Purpose, power, impact. And the best part is, if you feel that tightness in your chest and want to talk to someone, call me. See how personally relating that is? And after that is current experience. Whatever didn't make it to the primary real estate goes to current experience. Not repeating the same thing, but how her clients feel that emotional benefits as well as practical results. Okay, so golden age for branding. Same platform, same internet for everybody, for Amazon, for you, for JCPenney. Speed, impact. It's a level playing field. But too many people believe that power brands only belong to the old established power. No, you can be a power brand yourself. 5 takeaways. Be your online, authentic, full, best self. Share your mind, your heart, and soul. Like Susan's revised the LinkedIn profile. We worked many hours, okay? And after lots of brainstorming, she's not saying, I'm passionate about you women. No, that's implied. That passion, that love, that care is implied in a professional way. Her heart and soul just bleeds through, okay? Your story is about serving your target audience, make it easier for their brains, their eyes, and for the search engine too. Make sure you align the 3 circles and deliver the 3 S's. And read it from their point of view. How does it sound, look, and feel to them? Okay, bonus takeaway. Be humble. A surgeon cannot operate and cut himself. A hairdresser cannot cut her own hair. So get some help to see your blind spot and decode your DNA. Invest in yourself first. Get yourself grounded first upon your own belief, your own vision, your own unique value propositions. And then success will come in time, okay? So next is complimentary evaluation. If you want to contact me, I'll be happy to evaluate your LinkedIn profile or website. And here is all my contact information. And I think we are a little, yeah, we have 10 minutes Q&A. I still have more stuff to show you, but maybe another time, maybe in our individual session. Okay, questions. Nicole, can you take a picture of us?
Yes, I can.
Thank you so much. Now everybody think about your questions. If you're facing the dark, maybe you can turn the light on, shine the spotlight on yourself. Don't be bashful.
Just want to know where this will be shared, the images. I just like to protect my.
Okay, if you don't, sure, if you don't want to, yeah, you could just turn off camera. I want to share it on LinkedIn. Say these fabulous women, you know, my great privilege and honor to share and share with you, you know, in a mutual way. Okay, make sure to make us smile, Nicole. Believe me, talking to a computer screen is a lot more intimidating and nerve-wracking than talking to a live audience. I don't know why. Maybe I'm the only one who feels that way.
Joanne, thank you for offering the complimentary evaluation. I'll be taking you up on that. What other resources would you recommend that we use as we're trying to go through and build up our profiles? Do you have any LinkedIn profiles that you find especially compelling?
Oh, yes.
Or what?
I have another one right here. Here's another business coach, okay? This is the after version, okay? And I can just dissect. And here are the videos, brand promotion video and client testimony videos that my team and I created for him. It really generates a lot of business for him, okay? And I can go on and on and on, okay? Yeah, we can say that for another time. Any other questions relevant to your needs, your unique situations?
One question we had come in are, what are examples of how you should build trust?
Gee, this is a comprehensive question. If you want to build trust, you got to be yourself. You got to share with the world where you came from, why you're doing this, and what are your passions. And take Nike, for example. I wrote 2 blogs 2 years ago when there was a controversy of Colin Kaepernick kneeling. And Nike at that time, when Trump was saying, oh, you know, this dishonoring our flag, all that stuff, Nike dared to take a stand. And people were kind of, out of all motivations, were seeing, Nike is going to lose business because Nike featured Colin Kaepernick on their ad, saying some people dare to lose everything to stand for what they believe. And so at that time, nobody knew whether they're going to lose money or make more money. So I wrote a blog about that. I said, dare to take stand in a controversy is trust building. People will trust you even though they disagree with you because you are being authentic. And a year later, no, not a year later, I think about 6 or 8 months later, the numbers came out and they're making far more money. I think almost like 35% more because what they did. And that just proved, and I wrote another blog about this. It's on my website. So if you believe in yourself, if you know you're following your North Stars, if you truly stand for something, that's the biggest trust building factor. Don't worry about people will disagree with you. Don't worry about it. Okay? And also respect. You can disagree with others in a respectful way rather than making people feel wrong. And I'm right. You know, just leave your ego somewhere else when you build your brand. But you need to have faith in yourself. Okay. I can talk on and on about that. Okay, too. Anybody else? Anybody else?
I just wanted to amplify what you said. You know, you know, when we launched some really tumultuous times in reaction to George Floyd's death, and I wanted to take a stand, I guess. And I went through the thinking of like, well, what if I piss off potential clients? And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't want those clients, right? So, you know, it's kind of like, it was like, you know, 60 seconds of like worry. Then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This is a person-to-person business. And if somebody can't get with the protests, then I don't need to get with them. They can go somewhere else. So
right.
Just to amplify what you're saying.
Right. And also, we are here to be the ambassador for everybody's better angels. So I just had an interaction on Facebook with a Republican conservative client, okay? Not client. I do have conservative clients who voted Trump. Can you believe it? And when he became my client, we both knew how I'm on the opposite side of his politically, but we still respect each other. And this is what I replied to someone else who were in the same church with me, okay? I said, I do prioritize your character first over your political affiliation. I view you as a wholesome human being first rather than what you disagree with me. I said, you know, it takes love to replace hate. And you can call the liberals all criminals. And that is just as doing the liberal so-called a disservice as you're doing, you know, yourself a disservice at the same time. And that, you know, not all the cops are murderers, racist, but evidently some of them are. And just because some people in the largely peaceful demonstration were committing crimes doesn't mean that all the liberals demonstrating are criminals. So I did this, okay, on Facebook, which is very draining because I'm already exhausted, okay? But I feel like I have a duty to share with him, and he didn't reply at all, gosh. And to share with him what I firmly believe, that I can disagree with you on politics, but I still view you and judge you, your person, your character first. So this is a very unusual time. We sometimes have to let's say, build our own resilience first, enlarge our own vision first, and tolerance, our threshold of tolerance. At the same time, we do owe the world the duty to be the better angel, you know, for ourselves and for them. And you can't please everybody. There's not enough time, okay? Pick your clients carefully. Okay, I do have a lot to share with you if there is time. Yeah, there's 3 minutes, that's good. Let me see, how do I do this? Okay, I did say the social media, the LinkedIn Sales Navigator. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. But remember the Washington Post, how they found me? Okay, it says I'm top 1% in my industry, SSI. SSI means how effective you are establishing your professional brand, finding the right people, engaging with insights, and building a relationship. This is measured by LinkedIn's algorithm. People in my industry score 27, in my network score 50, I scored 78. So I did something right with my LinkedIn profile, okay, obviously. And that's, at least I was found, when they reach out to me, I'm kind of flattered. And also Contento, that's amplifying. with AI name. It's a hybrid of AI and human intelligence. AI will pick from billions pieces of content based on what I feed AI machine with keywords, hashtags, and description. And then AI will generate 20 pieces of relevant articles. And then this software, they will distill that to 10 pieces. And then I will pick 4 or 5 pieces most relevant to my brand and have AI automatically repurposing it. And so let me show you, okay? You see the curve, right? How it helped, the analytics. And so the part that is today, okay. So the part that the human intelligence do, see this? The description, the snippet, the summary of the article takes human intelligence. And make sure within limited word count, you make it relevant to your brand. You're using someone else's relevant article, but you're making related to your own brand, and create hashtags, customized hashtags for each article based on what the article is about. And then have AI post it for you on different social media platforms. That's the 80% of high quality processed food. The 20% is my own blogs, my own announcements, product highlights, customer testimonials. Okay, so if you can make it more than 20%, that's even better. But I make sure my own blogs are highest quality. Quality doesn't come with quantities most of the time. So I just start off with 20%, and that's how you saw my LinkedIn ranking. Okay, it comes with consistent, regular, and activities engagement. Okay, so this is my just for LinkedIn profile website. This is the subsidiary website attached to the mothership. Mothership is 10plusbrand.com. This is just for LinkedIn. Okay, and I want you to know, I don't talk about me. It's all about you. It's all about what they get. This is the prime real estate of a website. All right, what they get. And then who do I serve? I said experienced, growth-minded professionals, executives, or business owner. That's my target, limited, focused target audience, okay? And they serve these people. So if you are in that category, you are my client, okay? You can be. And and then what? What is structured for their needs? For their needs, what are my packages? And then I gave you a pandemic special and all that stuff. I'm not trying to sell to you, okay? Not at all. And so I'm not going to show that to you. So my approach, make it succinct, but to the point. What is my modus operandi, my signature, my fingerprint? I do it. This is my approach, okay? This is my philosophy. And about same thing. I don't talk about me or my agency. It's about you. What's our value to you if you need us? And if you really want to know about my team member, you can click on this and that's it. But we rise by lifting others. That's our philosophy. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm going over time. Anybody else have any questions before we wrap up?
Thank you, Joanne.
My great pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you, Joanne. This was really informative.
My great pleasure. You see, you guys are smiling a whole lot more than